update on QuailCon 22. I'm Brandon. This is Kristin with Farms.
We just want to give you another quick little update about some of the featured vendors and speakers that we're going to have at QuailCon.
One of the vendors we're going to have there is Wynola Ranch. They're going to have some of their cages, some water trough, a couple other things, and one special thing that you can't even get on their website, so you don't want to miss out on that one.
We also wanted the speakers, Verna Young. She is one of the admins on many of the groups on Facebook. She will be speaking on Sunday. She's actually going to be our first speaker about quail for beginners. She'll also be having a table with her quail cookbook, and she'll be selling jewelry from Ed Got Bait made with quail egg. So there will be necklaces and earrings, so check that out.
One of the other vendors and speakers that we have there is going to be Dale's Quails. You're not going to want to miss his speech. It's going to be awesome. And he's going to be bringing some brooders and some cages down there if you guys want to pick some of those up.
We hope that you guys are just as excited as we are. I don't know, I'm pretty excited, so I don't know if anybody can top my excitement. But hopefully you're somewhere near there, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks. Blessings.
Good evening.
Hey!
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, hey, hey. Hopefully the video worked for you. Otherwise, it's on our channel. So
yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm a little tired.
I was trying something new.
I've been in the garden.
If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs up button.
If you didn't like it.
But let us know in the comments or chat.
Anywho, this is my husband Brandon. My name is Kristin. We're from Whiskey Tango Farms in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. This is Whiskey Tango Talk. It's just our live Q&A and hang out and have fun, story time, learn together, chat, hang out, just kind of laid back and casual. You can go ahead and say in the comments like where you're tuning in from, and it's kind of fun to see where everybody is from, and basically any questions you have about like quail, rabbits, gardening, tractors, homesteading, self-sufficiency, ducks, chickens, whatever, you can go ahead and ask that, and if we don't know the answer, usually we can figure it out together or we'll learn together. Let's see here. We just ask that you keep it positive and clean in the comments, please, and family friendly. If you haven't heard, QuailCon is coming up next weekend. Hopefully you have your tickets because
not this next weekend. Next
weekend. Not this coming weekend, next weekend. Not this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's a 2-day event. I believe there's still a few tickets left, but those are not going to last long. They're available at myshirefarm.com. We do have QuailCon merch available on our website. The t-shirts are no longer available. Not the official QuailCon shirts. There is a shirt that says I'd rather be at QuailCon. You can order that one, but anything you order you probably won't get in time for QuailCon, unfortunately, which is why we took the other t-shirts off. We won't have any of those t-shirts on hand. We'll have a couple of our I don't have my ducks in a row, I have Quail and They're Everywhere shirts. We'll have some tote bags, some notebooks, a bunch of really cool lasered stuff that Brandon has made, some quail stacking egg trays, some really cool egg scissors. Did you bring the egg scissors up?
No, but here's a tray.
That's a 15-count tray. He also makes a 30-count tray, and we will have them in various colors, and you can mix and match.
You don't want to see my horrible writing on the side of it.
I thought it was my writing.
Well, maybe it is. It's Kristin's.
I don't think it's that bad. Thank you very much.
I printed a bunch of these out for her.
In white, so I could write
in white,
on them.
so we could write on them, and then we don't use them anymore. We used them once.
Because I don't ever have enough to... I always have to send them all out. I don't get to keep any for myself. But anyways, so we will see you there. Saturday is just kind of like an open house type event. It starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Something like that. It is on the website, and it's in a video that I posted about, but I'm drawing a blank. Again, I'm really sorry. I'm tired. And then Sunday, we start bright and early, and we're going to have lots of classes, and we're going to have like quail for beginners, and we're going to be speaking about genetics and some tips about celadons. Dale is going to be talking, Chris from Slightly Redneck, George from My Shire. Of course, Zach will be there. He's actually going to be speaking twice, and if you're a little confused by that, go check out our video, and I kind of broke down the schedule and stuff. We've Colin back there, and PIP, all sorts of fun stuff. So you're not going to want to miss it. Very, very educational. We're going to have... expert tables on Saturday as well, so that'll be really fun and enlightening. And it's not just all quail. Like there's gonna be somebody there about like bees and all sorts of fun stuff. So Of course, we have our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. This does dual stream on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So if you don't see a comment, it's probably just on the other platform, but we'll throw them up on the screen. You can check us out on whiskeytangofarms.net. We do ship quail hatching eggs nationwide. We also sell hatching egg trays. A little bit of a tongue twister. We're NPIP certified, so we ship in the continental United States. We have a group on Facebook. It's called Self-Sufficient Backyard. It's kind of like this live, like it's just very well rounded, just kind of anything goes, self-sufficiency type themed. So go ahead and find us there. We would love to have you. We're up to like 9,000 members. But there's a lot of people, and there's some really good conversations going on in there. And I'm learning from people, and I'm helping people, and it feels really, really good. So thank you to Ed for being our moderator this evening. He's been a little under the weather, so thank you for hopping on. We greatly appreciate it. The Quail Mamas and Daddies calendar is now in production. I am working on editing the photos. I have most of the photos in, but the few like stragglers, it's no big deal because I'm editing the other one, so it's not the end of the world. And we will have a couple of those available for preview at QuailCon, and they're really good. Yeah, the photos. The calendars will not be quite ready yet because we are running a little bit behind, but they will be available for 2023. Have no fear. Do you have the super chat thingy up?
Yeah.
There is a super chat sticker available in the comments, so you can make a donation that will go to QuailCon. Be sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know about all of our upcoming videos and such. And I think that's all I've got for now.
Is that it?
Over to you for the weather.
Over to me for the weather?
Yeah.
Oh,
darn. Our
darn.
turtle ran away.
It chopped off 2 old comments.
Aww.
I know SO and somebody else came in earlier.
I might be able to see them on my end. Just wait. No. Oh, no, it doesn't. What in the world? Okay.
Anyways, Ed shared the Self-Sufficient Backyard
group on Facebook.
On Facebook. Verna's here. Says evening.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Verna. I asked, who's ready for some fun WTT.
Whiskey Tango talk.
And Joy said me.
Yay. Hi, Joy.
Hey, Joy. Thanks for joining. Jasmine says, hey, friends. I'm ready to hang.
Awesome. Miss TNT Jasmine. Time and Timber.
You going to hang from the tree with the kitties?
Jasmine's kitties went on an adventure today up in the tree, like way, way, way up in the tree. They got down safely, though, so that's good.
Joy says, I have a batch going into lockdown on Friday. That's awesome.
That's exciting. I'm so excited for you.
Ed shared our website address if you want to see that.
Thank you.
Etsy store and QuailCon merch. And Verna's cookbook.
Yep, and we did mention that in the video that we showed, like at the beginning, and it's also available that you can go back and watch it again. We talk about the quail cookbook. So,
sorry,
but that's the link that you can buy the cookbook.
Ed says, wife is here too. Well, hello,
hey.
Wendy. Thanks for joining and watching and taking care of Ed.
Yes, you be good, sir.
I have no idea what that is.
Is that there's like a weird clapping noise or water dripping?
Oh,
okay.
I just took a shower an hour ago, so. Jasmine said, I am excited for QuailCon 22.
Yay!
Love the commercial, LOL. I'm glad you did.
To see it. It was like kind of glitchy on our end.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm not sure how it works. Like if it like uploads to the cloud first and then streams to you guys, or if it like streams live from the computer up, and how crappy
it's glitchy on our end. But I think that might be because like I'm watching on my computer. He has his iPad. I was on my phone at the time.
So
one of the cats is in something now, and it's not moonshine.
moonshine,
obviously.
no.
He's knocking over your drink.
No, I didn't want him to knock over the drink with the cord, but
and then all over the iPad. That would have been nice. Yikes! I don't think that has coverage on it anymore either.
yeah, it does.
Oh, good.
Jasmine says, "I see a moonshine."
Yes.
Yeah,
Now he
moon
ran
kitty.
away.
Yep, he's gone. Stacy, I think, or Sarah. Sorry, wow.
You kind of combine her names.
Yeah, I know. Eating my quail egg spinach casserole as I'm listening. That sounds great.
That sounds really good. If you have a recipe, you'll have to post it in the Quail in the Kitchen group on Facebook as well.
Jasmine says, "That sounds amazing, Sarah."
Yeah, I had dinner, but that sounds really good.
Sarah
we made
says,
a quail egg quiche once.
"Totally. I've never liked eggs until I had quail eggs." Awesome. I had quail eggs and duck eggs mixed together for breakfast.
It's really good. They're very, very rich. It was like very flavorful. Delicious.
So I didn't really notice the difference, honestly.
I did. But maybe you did have cheese and bacon mixed in. So maybe that's why.
I was like,
because a lot of times, sometimes we just have like plain just scrambled eggs. So
I almost always put bacon in it. Feather Connection says, "When will we know the volunteer schedule?" You'll know when I know. I don't know.
Zach was supposed to be reaching out to all the various volunteers. I think we're getting together Friday night to kind of like have dinner and like fellowship type thing or whatever. But yeah, I would reach out to Zach and then he can get you the exact schedule for whatever your job is, because everybody kind of has a different job, so your schedule might vary a little bit.
Yeah, I know they're not very long. So
yeah, they're short. They're like short little shifts because we had a lot of volunteers, so that's good. Many hands make light work. The natives are restless. Nana is barking.
Ed says, "I love eggs scrambled are the best. Well, for me, so yes. I just like making scrambled eggs. Sometimes I do take the quail eggs and just cut them open and dip them in the pan and make little eggs.
Like little fried eggs.
Yeah. Pine Haven Acres is here. Says, "Good evening, everybody."
Hey.
Good evening.
Brandon,
if you guys haven't checked out Kirsten's video she posted on her channel on Pine Haven Acres YouTube, you should go watch it. It was a very good video. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Brandon was listening to it in the car on the way to drop the kids off for their first day of school this morning. So I was like hearing parts, but then I was like kind of anxiety ridden, so I didn't hear some parts. And I was like, I need to go watch that later. And I haven't had a chance yet. But what I did hear, I was like, ooh, I really have to go back and like listen to that. So I'm super excited. It was about rabbit feed. Or was there other things too?
Yeah, she did all kinds of stuff in there.
She's very, very knowledgeable on rabbits and stuff. And then for those of you that don't know, she's been very helpful with some other, I don't want to say too much, some other things that we've been doing together and stuff. And she like really went above and beyond to help me out, which I appreciate. So thank you, Kirsten. I forgot where we were, because my kids saw her evaluate rabbits, but then we were at the fair up in Merrill. And my daughter was watching them judge the rabbits, and Olivia's like, Kirsten could do a better job than that judge. I'm like, shh.
I just shared the link to her video that she just posted today. So.
I mean, she wasn't wrong, but I was like, shh. Yeah, Kirsten needs to be an ARBA judge someday for sure.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Ward 360's here says, my favorite is quail French toast.
Ooh.
That'd be good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Especially with sourdough bread.
Ooh.
That would be good. Homemade sourdough.
I have a sourdough starter.
You do? When did we make one?
I bought a sourdough starter.
You did?
It's dehydrated, yeah. It's called Otis. Is some of my teeth or something?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Hey.
You bought Otis, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Okay. Anyways.
Because I was supporting another farm that I really like. So Whispering Willow Farm. I follow her, and she had a sourdough starter course, and it went on sale, and it was the sourdough learning course. And then she shows like different ways you can cut it and stuff, make cool decorations, and just the basics of it. And then you also got a starter, and I bought that, and I figured when it starts cooling off and I have like actual spare time, like I will make some sourdough. So that's definitely going to be like when things slow down.
It's more fun to make your own starter.
I did this to get the hang of it and learn the basics, and then I can go back and make my own. I don't know what Starlight has, but it's driving me nuts. I hope you guys can't hear. I'm sorry. If you guys can hear it, please let me know and I'll go fix it.
Anyways, Witch Doctor's here. Of course she is, because Psycho Ward's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, y'all. Hello.
Hey, can't wait to meet you guys at QuailCon. I'm super excited.
Luna is here. Says hello. Hello. I saw before. I don't know. Mm. Jennifer says, I'm looking for a pickled egg, quail egg recipe. Where I can store them on the shelf? I don't know of any that.
Shelf stable. Because I know.
Yeah.
I just watched like Living Traditions, and I don't think theirs was a shelf stable recipe.
I know. I'm pretty sure you can't. Technically, I mean, at least the government says you can't.
Like according to like Ball, but there is a group on Facebook called Canning Rebels. Now, do this at your own risk, obviously, because it's not approved by like the Ball Blue Book. Like it's highly frowned upon because it's not safe. But there's a lot of people that do things that aren't safe. So do it at your own risk. But like I said, Facebook group called Canning Rebels that do things that aren't so safe, but they say are fine. So I'm not a professional. Disclaimer.
Psycho Ward said, so Brandon, I bagged all of my quail manure. It filled 117 5-gallon bags. Not sure what to sell them for.
Is it broken down or is it fresh?
I'm pretty sure it was composted.
Ooh, definitely charge. Ooh.
I would say they'd sell for what they sell for. I don't know. You can always, a 5-gallon bag, it's organic. Sell it for $10 and see where it goes.
Yeah, I would say start high and go from there. You could even like maybe reach out to a gardener friend and say, how much would you pay for this? I'll give it, I'll give you a deal, or I'll give you a free bag if you tell me what you think I should charge for this or what you would pay for this, and then go from there. Or go to some farmers markets and just say, make an offer. But don't sell yourself short, though. You've got some brown gold there.
And I'll just put up on the screen. That's the link to Pine Haven video. Witch Doctor says, I'm looking for a good pickled eggs too. I just can't seem to get it right. So I know in our pickled egg video, I might not have added the correct ingredients. I showed everything, all the ingredients we used in the video. What? I'm sorry. I got it.
Okay, sorry about that. So as you guys know, we have 2 Great Danes, and our kids like to help us watch them while we're doing our lives. And our daughter thought it would be a good idea to leash Nano, the big one, to her bed, and she thought that would work. And with a normal dog, yes, that would probably work. So that crashing noise you heard was her bed like going across the room. But all I like picture is people falling down the stairs. Okay, everybody's fine. Nobody got hurt. It was just very loud because he pulled her bed across her room. So hashtag Dane life. Danes cannot be put on like tie outs or like leashed like to a post or anything. So I'm really sorry about that. I have no idea where we were. Okay. Oops, sorry. I'm all out of sorts now. All right. Yes, you are very welcome. It is well deserved. You show. Psycho says, my wife's at the sourdough start as we haven't gotten one yet, but I've been complaining about it. It was from Whispering Willow Farm. She actually bought, I know you guys have probably heard me talk about Roots and Refuge before. Whispering Willow Farm bought the property that Roots and Refuge was on in Arkansas when they moved to South or North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. So I follow her a lot, and I like to support people that like inspire me. So like I bought her, she did a collab with Bootstrap Farmer, like for a certain color, like starting pots. So I bought some of those from her, and I get stickers once in a while. I kind of threw my laptop, but some of the stickers on my laptop are from them as well. So Whispering Willow Farm. So she actually just had like an emergency surgery a couple weeks ago. So she's okay and everything, but yeah, they're super good people. Steven says, hello all from Wyoming. Hope all is well. Yes, thank you for joining in. Witch Doctor says, we will be staying at the Super 8. Actually, I just said this. I talked to Jenna yesterday, and I was like, yeah, we're staying at somewhere. I don't know where. And or maybe it was Kelly or Jess. Somebody, I was like, I'll figure out where we're staying when we leave the house. I'll put it in the GPS. But like I know it's booked. I've seen the email. Actually, I think it's like in the calendar linked like to our Google Calendar, but I can't remember, and I'm not going to worry about it because I know it's taken care of. So, but I believe SL Swanson stayed at the Super 8 last year and said it was good, like good, clean for the price. It was good. So Ed Got Bait said, wow, that's a lot of poo. Yes. Just imagine if you had black soldier flies or black soldier fly larvae, you wouldn't have all that poop. They would have eaten it all. They'd have eaten your profit. S.S. Swanson said, my pickled egg recipe never stays the same. And yes, I have it written down. Those are the best ones. Brandon and I had this conversation actually the other day. I made, it was zoodles and chicken. You want to come sit next to me? Okay, I'll scoot over.
What happened with my phone?
It was attached, and I kind of moved stuff when I sat down, and I don't know where your phone is. I'm sorry. When I was in high school, I worked in a restaurant, but like we followed recipes. Like they taught me how to, like I made pasta from scratch. Like they taught me how to do all that stuff. And I never like really I never got the chance to like experiment with ingredients and flavors and stuff. So I'm not a good cook at home unless I have a recipe. Brandon, on the other hand, is like, oh yeah, just grab this, that, and the other, and he'll just like shake it all in there and it's just fine. And I'm like, I put something in there and I have to taste it, put something else in there and taste it. So again, like I'm not good at it, but he is. So I get what you mean. Like you go with the flow. So that's good. And then this is when the Nano thing happened. Ruh-roh. It's funny because Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane and Nano's a Great Dane. So also I was
trying to explain my pickled egg
Oh,
recipe.
I'm sorry. I was
during all that. But anyway, so like the pickled egg recipe, I didn't like give exact ingredients or exact amounts, but I usually put a buttload of garlic in
A
it.
buttload, a metric buttload.
Honestly, probably like a tablespoon in a pint jar. And probably like a tablespoon and a half or two, and honestly, it's a lot garlic, and then probably quarter cup of onions, and then I know we put dill in there, and dill I just put like one little sprig, I guess that's what you call them, right? Sprig.
I would think so.
A dill, and that was really it, and they turned out good. We did use pickling spice though too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I just put 1 tablespoon of pickling spice in that whole 2 cups of stuff.
I'm just reading the comments.
So.
Hello all. Crash. Bang.
Yeah.
It's like a Dr. Seuss book or something. This is what got me. AKA small horses in the house.
Yeah, somebody decided to attach a small horse to a bed.
I told them, and they said the crashing was the whole
and
bed.
It was the bed and other things being pulled along with it.
Yeah, so her bed is against that wall, like farthest away from us.
And it was
like,
at her door. So
everybody's okay. That's all that matters.
Yep.
And we learned our lesson, right, Olivia? She's hiding in the corner. She's like, okay. Anywho. Steven says, my Mirren's quail have started to lay. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Those are those like ones, they look like Disney characters. They're so stinking cute.
Did you do the witch doctor?
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. Oh, we know who they are. We follow them too. You guys will get to see well, not really. Well, yeah, you'll get to see the instigator, but you'll also get to see the horse. The big horse will be there because he's Nano. He's Nano's service dog. Nano is Brandon's service dog in training, so he will be there, getting socialized and stuff. So. Agape says, no, they would have made you profit sooner. Plus, you can sell the black soldier fly larva also. I suppose because they break it down. You're right. I'm wrong. Thank you for correcting me. Because I said, I don't know if you were here. No. I said something about like, oh, too bad you didn't have black soldier flies, but you wouldn't want those because it would have eaten your profit. And then Ed's like, no, they would have made you profit sooner because it breaks it down.
All the manure.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, oh, well, they eat it. But yes, they do, but they break it down. They just expedite the process of natural decomposition.
And then you can sell the black soldier fly too.
That's what I've said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brandon cooks like me, a dump cook. What was that? Oh, it's called.
See, the way I cook is I taste my food as you go. I mean, so she makes fun of me because I can just add whatever in there. But I mean, I have been cooking for years.
Like that. Like you're
honestly since I was a wee kid. Because that's just how my dad and my mom cooked. So I learned kind of how by eye and how much to add into the pans, and then you add a little bit, you taste it. If you need some more, you add. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. But I grew up more like helping the adults cook. Like I didn't do it alone.
Following recipes.
Like yeah. But they did a lot. My grandma she had recipes, but I think what made her food so good was she like tweaked it just a little, and she didn't write it down. But what I was going to say about the dump cook, what was that? It was like a salad or something. It was at that Kaminsky Chop House. We went there. It was like our first anniversary.
Garbage salad.
It sounds really unappetizing. And you read the description, you're like, I don't know about that. But basically, they like put in there's all these different ingredients you can add to this salad, and it was like peas and bacon and cheese and all these different things. And It was really, really good. And it was kind of, I think it was like $20. Like this was like a really fancy place or whatever. And I was like, dang, that's really a lot of money for a salad. But it was like a huge, like we took it home. And that was before we had bariatric surgery. Although I was pregnant with Preston at the time, I think. I remember I didn't feel good for some reason. So I don't know. But we took a lot home. Like we had a lot of leftovers. We got our money's worth for sure.
Each side is supposed to feed, I think, 6 people. Yeah. 4 to 6 people or something like that. And it was just the 2 of us.
It was kind of like the
we got the garbage salad, and then we got the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, they were called smashed potatoes. They're really good. They're very garlicky.
At one point when I went there, they gave you a free T-shirt if you finished a 64-ounce steak.
Where is that shirt? Because you had it. Because it says size matters.
Yeah, I finished it. That's the only thing I ate that night. I was much younger and bigger.
I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Oh, well, that's okay.
I'm curious to know what everybody's one thing that they're excited most for QuailCon. If you're going to QuailCon, let me know. If you're not going to QuailCon, what is your one thing that you would love to learn about quail that you haven't yet?
That's a good question. Well, I'll let people answer that because I posted in the QuailCon group we're supposed to be talking about genetics, and I said that I would also talk about celadons, but I don't necessarily want to make it all about celadons because not everybody has celadons or is interested in them. So I wanted to make sure it was relevant for everybody that was there. So we're going to talk about genetics, but I posted asking like, well, what specifically, because believe it or not, genetics is very diverse. Like it's very, what do I say? Like it needs to be broken down more basically, because I only have a half an hour, 45 minutes. I'd have to look at the schedule again. But so let me know like what you guys, if there's anything specifically about genetics you want to learn about. We're probably going to go over some of the like bases and some of the
we can add it in
basic like mutations and then a little bit about celadons. So far that's what our plan is. But if you want something different, let us know. We only have like a very, very rough like draft right now. It says someone here just had a baby human. Well, that is exciting.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Hopefully that's all they have there at the hospital. Yeah,
no dinosaurs or velociraptor babies. I remember at the hospital we had our kids at when somebody was born, they play like the beginning of the Brahms lullaby. Is that everywhere?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it either time because I was like, ooh. Did you get to hear it?
For our kids?
Yeah.
Oh,
they didn't play in the OR. That's dumb. You have a C-section, you don't get to hear it.
To Jasmine's.
Any tips for vent sexing younger quail? That's a question for you.
Yeah, I can't explain it right now, but I can definitely show you at QuailCon.
You kind of show it.
I do a little bit in our vent sexing video.
He talks about it, but he doesn't get super into detail.
There are other things they don't talk about in the video that are good tips, but yeah, I've been able to sex 1 week, 2 week old quail.
And I mean, we still like if we're at a swap and somebody's like, oh, take your best guess. Like we still tell them it's like straight run, but we'll take our best guess. And so far nobody has said like, you were wrong. So, but we're human. It could happen to anybody. So no worries. SS Swanson said, I'm wanting to learn the actual difference between the colors. I'm homo hetero dom.
Yeah, well, that's good.
We are going to go over that.
I'm going to go over that in detail.
We were actually discussing what best verbiage to use, because that is something I didn't do last year. I kind of like skipped that very first step of what that even meant, and I just got right into, I was like, homozygous and heterozygous, and everybody's like, what language is she speaking though? So I apologize. We will go back over that again. So yeah, we will. Yes. Awesome. I got bait. If I was going, I just want to meet everyone in person, or maybe next year you'll get to see less of me. What? Oh, like you want to lose weight?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
I'm
like,
just getting that.
I was like,
Excuse me.
I'm like, I want to see you though. Got it.
You skipped over a bunch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't usually do this. Here. Oh.
Yep. We're ripping stuff out. Good. Thank God for MagSafe.
I broke this over here too.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
We got it. Woohoo!
I'm why we can't have nice things.
You and the kids. Anyways, James says, I'd like to learn in simple steps how to isolate a gene from my line.
Oh.
For example, removing EB or any of the other visible mutations to clean up my farrows.
That is definitely a little bit beyond the basics. It's kind of a pain in the butt, I'm not going to lie. It's possible, but it's a pain in the butt. So, hopefully some of the things we talk about will give you an idea of like where they come from, how they present, and give you an understanding of like, okay, right now it's homozygous, but if I do this, that'll make it heterozygous. And if I do this, I can get it out. So hopefully it'll help.
Ed says, you never know, LOL. Yes, that's why I posted, because the music I have heard at least 6 times today. I say idiots every time.
That's a lot of babies.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Ricky says, Psycho Ward 360s, I agree with SO in the homo-hetero discussion. Awesome. Jasmine says, I'm excited to meet everyone in person, learning more about NPIP stuffs, all the Quail merch, and freshen up on Gen X and passion for self-sufficiency.
Yes.
This
will, I think I said it in our like all about QuailCon video where I like talked about the schedule and stuff. Like this event last year, like I was super excited about it. And I was really thankful for it, but I didn't realize until afterwards how much it like filled my soul with happiness. And that sounds super cheesy, and I realize that, but I don't know how else to describe it. Like it just really like drove home why I'm doing what I'm doing and how much it really does truly mean to me. And I kind of like took a step back. I was like, all right, this is my jam. Like, I don't know, it was kind of like an aha moment. I was like, this is where I belong. So it made me super happy talking to people. And I don't know, it just really brightened my life. Sorry for, I don't know how to, I hope everybody else gets that same experience. Maybe you guys can describe it better, because I don't always have a very good way with words. Jasmine is wonderful with words. So maybe she'll go and like actually put words to my feelings, because I'm not doing too good right now. So I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry.
Anyways, it'll be fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I plan on doing some live streams, especially with wonderful peoples. All you guys there. SO says, knowing one copy and two, I understand. It's how someone can look at a bird and say it is X mixed with X, and it is hetero/homo with X is so confusing.
Yes,
I
we
get
will
that.
Go over that. Yes. All the yes.
Yeah, it really, it's knowing what the plumage looks like in those states is why you can look at that.
But then when you start it,
knowing what's not visible, mm-hmm. but what the offspring can show, because
when you start throwing in multiple mutations, that's where it gets really
muddy,
sticky. And that's where when people kind of fault having sex-linked brown in your lines, that's all they're talking about, is because it can, like if you're just looking visually at a bird, sometimes that sex-linked brown can make it seem like it's something it's not. A few weeks ago, somebody posted like in the newbie quail lovers group too. It was a picture of a bird. It had speckles on the chest, and she's like, this thing is crowing. And everybody's like, no, it's a girl. It's not, it can't be crowing. She's like, no, I'm telling you it's crowing. And
hetero sparkly.
I think that's what it was actually. We figured out that it had multiple mutations. So sometimes mutations will join up and make something seem as something else. So it's really good to have accurate notes and know the knowledge and base of like, if you cross this with this, you get this and it looks like this, because sometimes that kind of stuff happens and you're like, oh, this is a girl. And then it crows and you're like, but you have speckles on your chest. What's going on? So sparkly
it's fun.
Is really pretty, but it drives me nuts sometimes. So we won't be talking about sparkly.
I like spawn base most.
I do not like it in Jose's farm form.
No, non-homo.
To me, it's really muddy. But maybe if I worked on it, but we won't be talking about sparkly because in my personal opinion, in my semi-professional kind of know, I don't think that it's good for. I don't think it's easy to determine that by visual stuff for beginners, and we are obviously very driven to helping beginners, so that's something that we're not super like.
Yeah, we're aiming for the basics.
Yeah,
we
want that foundation to be solid for you.
Yeah,
solid.
Jasmine says, my birds are molting and making vent sexing very difficult on solid colored birds right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is easy, Jasmine. Just give me a call. Steven says, I have interest in artificial insemination versus male with female.
I've never taken an interest to. I guess if you had like the last quail on earth of a certain kind, I could see where that would maybe come in handy. Or like if there was an avian influenza outbreak or something, you just can't get eggs or something. Yes. I guess it depends on
spread it across all the girls.
Just take a butter knife and slap it on there.
No, but
just when you said that, that's what I pictured. We don't do that.
No, I mean,
I could see why somebody might be interested in it, but
I could see if you had one male, but I mean, the problem you're doing there is you're gonna eventually have issues. But
yeah, it depends on why you're doing it. Like if it was for like specifically just research, I could understand like why a scientist or somebody very heavily invested in a certain project would want to do that. And they're like, it's this quail and it can literally only be this quail, no other quail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Like I get that. But in my personal opinion, I would rather just go get a better quail that can do the job. Do it. Yeah, because I would worry about passing along inferior gung-ho-ness from a male if he can't do,
Anyways, Joy says, I think that was my bird.
Yes! Oh, it was.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't remember.
You have two last names on Facebook, or it's like, I don't think it's actually hyphenated, but it was you. Because it actually, everybody's like, yeah, it's a fab female. And you're like, no, it's crowing. And everybody's like, no, it's a girl. And I'm like, well, actually.
Was it sparkly with P?
I think so. I can picture the bird sort of like wishy-washy. But I think Jasmine chimed in too, and we kind of like put our two brains together to figure it out. What do you mean? You can have sparkly in fee. That's what a pearl sparkly is. But it's on a fawn base instead of a feral wild type base. That's all.
No, my brain's trying to dig. I think you're half right.
I was digging the hole with a shovel, and then in case you're not catching on to my lame miming.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at the comments. I can't change the subject. Quick,
changing what subject?
Quick, somebody say something. I collected a metric butt ton of stuff out of the garden today. That's why I kind of look like ugh. So I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I had 5 or 6 5-gallon totes of sweet corn, and I know that's like not an actual like official measurement, but maybe you can visualize it. I don't know how many sweet peppers and how many, I don't know, it's just so many peppers.
It'll be next week's live picture, just so you know.
Yeah, I actually was downstairs and I was just like shaking my head, and Livy's like, "What's wrong? Are you mad?" I'm like,
overwhelmed.
yeah, I was like, "Oh my God, what were you doing?"
I haven't been downstairs since she did that. Took or brought everything, put everything on the table. And I just seen the pictures, so I haven't witnessed it firsthand. But just the pictures look overwhelming. There's a lot of work to do.
Justice, yeah. I think part of my issue is like I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, and there's more out in the garden. Like it's only a couple tomatoes. There's a lot more tomatoes and tomatillos. There's gonna be a few more peppers. I haven't done the onions yet.
There's a lot more peppers to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because all my hot ones aren't done yet.
Yeah, I left the hot ones because I'm like, or your
hot sauce.
Your like hot ones I don't really know about, like those like kind of rare like ahis or whatever. I didn't, but I did the like Hungarian yellow wax and the jalapenos because I know what they need to look like, you know. But
those are different species.
That might be why I don't understand. But I also have. My only potatoes that we're probably going to get this year are the ones that actually grew in the grow bag from Ed. Those
we still need to harvest all the onions too.
I literally just said that, dear.
Oh, did you?
I did.
I wasn't listening to you.
I know you weren't. Those are probably the only potatoes we get, and those are just starting to die back now. I think I might be able to harvest them in the next week or so. So we'll see. But the rest of the onions or potatoes out there, just no.
Remy's here. She's actually my cousin Jeremiah. Says, "Hey, look, I get to catch you live for a minute. Hello.
Hey.
How's it going? How's
happy marriage?
The new wife?
Well,
sorry, I couldn't.
She's not. She herself isn't new.
I know.
It's just their
I'm
official.
Just saying.
Oh, congratulations! That's your way of saying congrats.
Yeah. Well, I already said congratulations to him the other day.
Oh,
I'm sorry we couldn't make it.
Yeah, I remember we had something. I don't even remember what it was. We have something like every weekend. That's nuts.
Our weekends are slammed.
It's a little overwhelming.
Psych Ward 360 says, Jasmine and my birds are always molting out here because it's so hot. Remy says, beard looks stellar. Well, thanks. You know, I'm an old man.
I even got him some like beard balm and beard oils and stuff. I don't think you even opened it. I got it for Christmas, man. Sitting on the counter. I buy you some nice stuff from like Ulta. Like I
have so much of it. That's the problem.
I really went to town on the reviews and stuff, and like all these women are like, oh my God, his beard is magical. I'm like, I'm getting this stuff for Brandon and he hasn't used it. I want your beard to smell magical.
Oh, that means I have to kiss you.
I don't know, maybe. One of the comments said something about like rainbows and unicorns shooting out of her boyfriend's beard, and I'm like, that's my kind of beard oil.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe there was something mixed in it. I don't know.
Remy says it's okay. Love you both. LOL.
That just means we have to get together soon.
It sounds like a potato grow bag video to me.
Yes.
Good.
I mean, it doesn't look very pretty, obviously, because they're dying back. But maybe
I noticed that they started dying back.
Yeah, like Olivia actually said something, and she's like, she used the right verbiage, and she's like, "Mom, your potatoes are starting to die back. They're almost ready to harvest." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so sweet. I love you so much." She's very smart. Like she is sharp as a tack.
She learns
by doing, yeah. Well, she
learns.
helped me do all that.
Well, she helped you do that, and she just learns by watching.
Mm-hmm.
So. Joy, what can you feed the quail that will help them grow feathers after they molt? It depends on how bad they like. So it depends if they're just regular molting. Giving them a higher protein feed helps. But if they're have no back feathers because it's hot out or they're hot, they'll sometimes pull. I mean, they usually will pull out their feathers when they're too hot on purpose to cool off. And usually when they do that, they will do it to the extent that they will not grow back.
Yeah, because they don't want them to grow back because they're hot. Like,
there's no, it's up in the air if they're going to come back. You can still give them that higher protein feed, giving them like black soldier fly larvae, things like that, with a little more protein will help.
I would say too, if they're pulling their feathers out for heat, if you can provide like a fan, or if you're in a very dry area, like a water mister. If it's humid, like it gets here in Wisconsin, don't do that because it's not going to do anything. It's just going to make them wet and gross. Or I know a lot of people will provide like a very shallow like water bath for them to stand in so that their feet cool off and it kind of cools their body temperature down. So that might help encourage them to stop pulling their feathers out. So you try it.
Yeah, it's like War 360 says, his actually pull their feathers out of their back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they'll do that. Even when they're young and in brooders, if you have them too tightly packed, they'll pull their feathers out when they're young.
I think it's heat and stress both can cause it.
And then it's sad because, if you do that in a brooder, they don't, a lot of times don't grow back. And then you have a bird that's featherless and it's good for falcon food. Joy says, I'm in Western Oregon, so it's humid, and I do have a fan for them.
Awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, definitely. If it's humid, don't add any like mister action.
Yeah. Are they, do you know if they're pulling their back feathers out, or is it just their back feathers missing?
Sometimes you can tell too, like if they're actually pulling.
She says, I don't see them pulling feathers.
Oh. Sometimes too, when they are pulling feathers because they're hot, they sometimes will have like not, I don't say scabby, but like bloody. Like you can see they purposely pulled the feathers out. That didn't just like fall out, like they forced them out. And unfortunately, then there's blood. So then the other birds start picking more, and sometimes that can cause more issues than not. But
that's it.
Yeah, I would try, if they're not pulling them out and you have a fan on them, I would try, like Brandon said, just the protein. It's just part of their natural process too. So, I mean, to some extent, you can't wave a magic wand too much. But yeah, there's those things you can try to help encourage that feather growth. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Sorry about
Don't forget to hit the like button.
The crashing.
For everybody that's going to be at QuailCon, we'll see you there. We will see you next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central.
Be the last live before QuailCon.
Our last live before QuailCon. That will be a hectic day because we'll be doing a lot of more packing and everything. So, yeah, can't wait to see everybody there.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.